Little drunk. A lot of drunk. What to talk about? So much different stuff, so many different ideas. Okay, here we go. And I'm naked. Completely naked. It's a physical, probably due to the alcohol, and emotional, or mental, vulnerable situation. Not gonna edit, I'm just gonna post it. I was thinking about something earlier. Economics, not gonna get into that. Too complicated. Haven't flushed it out enough. We're gonna move past that. Let's talk about, oh, that chick, what's her name? Let's look her up. We're gonna look her up together. Oh, my computer's gonna go too slow. Her name is, it's like a guy's name. She's blonde, conservative, hot as fuck. Trevor Noah, who I love because he's fucking hilarious, recently interviewed her. I'll tell you though, Trevor Noah, funny as fuck, hated the interview. Hated is a strong word. Really didn't like the interview because he seemed to be very interested in his own bias towards this girl. And I feel like it was such a good platform that could have been so productive in having a conversation with her if he hadn't been angry. Which is funny because he was like, to her, he said, "You seem so angry about everything." She was like, no, I'm not angry. And he was like, "Nah, nigga, you seem kind of angry about some shit." But he seemed, at the very least, vexed about how she presented her opinions. What was her name? It's like Toby or Tony, or she's got like a dude's name. Anyways, what I love about her is that she's super passionate about her stance on things. I appreciate that completely. I respect it. I think it's super cool. I think the downfall for her is that she's attached herself to ideas and in such a way that hasn't allowed her to look beyond those ideas. And I think that's a lot of our own personal shit, right? We hear something, we're like, yeah, that's fucking cool, or it's real, or it's valid, or it's my truth, or I can relate to it, or whatever. And we attach ourselves to that idea, and then we do that whole, what's it called, drunk. It's called, confirmation bias. We do that thing where we only seek out, or only respect, I guess, maybe, ideas that further that agenda, and I feel like she's done that to a fault. What is her name? Let's Google. Hella drunk. Probably awesome for YouTube views. Who knows? We'll see. I have a Uber channel. Okay, let me start over. Because I don't want to lie to you guys, because I fucking love you. I'm gonna start an Uber channel. I've got hella raw footage. Dude, the other day I fucked up hella bad, right? Like I was driving for Uber, and I got some super dope footage, I thought, and then I realized that the SD card wasn't in, and I was super bummed about that. So that will be something that I personally experienced that you never get to experience with me. Trevor, Noah, interviews. Fuck that spelling up. Interviws. EWS. Added a D. Tomi. That's her name. Tomi. I don't remember her last name. Tomi Lahren? Okay. Tomi. What's her last name? Tomi Lahren. I don't know how to say that. Lahren? Lahren. Sounds Irish or Scottish or something. Anyway, what I love about her is her passion. What I think is going to be her own. And I shouldn't even say undoing, because I think there's enough people who subscribe to her agenda that they will continue to follow and encourage her, but undoing in a very personal sense that she will not easily be able to recognize her own inner truth because of the agenda she's attached herself to. But yeah, his interview with her, I thought she played it very well. He did not. And I'm not, on a lot of issues, I'm not a conservative. Socially liberal, economically relatively conservative. Very open to hearing both sides or all slices of the spectrum, I suppose. But for her, God, she's such a captivating presence and such a strong ability to inform an audience. And unfortunately, I feel like it's being wasted because of her inability to step outside of the issues or the perspectives she's attached herself to and really look at it objectively. You know, Trevor posed some really good questions to her, or made some really good points at the very least, where he talked about, I wish there was more light. Hold on, let's see if we can fix that. Where he talked about, Black Lives Matter, and, like, yeah, I'm black, but it doesn't inherently attach me to that particular movement. I'm not against it. I'd say I'm relatively uninformed in a really strong sense. Maybe it's not a lack of being informed. It might be a lack of available information, but I'm not sure because I haven't really sought it out. I don't know who the leader of that movement is or what their particular platform is or any of that, but we're going to move past that into Tomi Lahren and Trevor Noah specifically. So, alright, he kept trying to make the point to her that the actions of a few weren't representative of the platform of the movement itself. And I feel like she had a very strong inability or aversion to understanding that concept, which seems so fundamental to me, you know? But, like, I think she presents herself, at the very least, because I don't know her. I've obviously never met her, never had a conversation with her, like, whatever. But she presents herself as super intelligent and super passionate and all of these things that I think we need of someone in her position to inform and potentially affect change. And I don't really care if I personally agree with or disagree with her message. It's more in her ability to personally detach and have an objective perspective on what the fuck is going on, you know? And I feel like a lot of us get so personally attached to ideas or the beliefs, or like I'm black, so Black Lives Matter should matter to me, like that type of shit. And I feel like it blocks us from really viewing the perception of other people. I live with a guy who, generally speaking, has very oppositional views to me, and it sparks a lot of interesting conversations, sometimes arguments, like whatever. But the point is that I personally believe in, very strongly believe in exposing yourself to ideas that are foreign or seem somehow like quote unquote wrong, or um, whatever. Like just exposing yourself to the other side's opinions or views or perspectives, because more important than being right for me is having a level of understanding. Like, I don't think there's many humans out there who are malicious or evil or cruel or inherently just kind of like have fucked up agendas. I think they can have fucked up agendas based on our personal perspective, but I don't think that's necessarily their intention, right? So, it's, to me, it seems super important that we expose ourselves to perspectives that oppose our own, to try and gain an understanding of where they're coming from, or why they think the way they think, or what factors contribute to the way that they think, in hopes of like understanding and reaching a common ground. Because without a common ground, we can almost never have any sense of like peace or love or respect. You know, whatever it is that we're going for on an individual and largely like a global kind of scale. Um, I guess I'm gonna end my rant there because it's my first one, and I'm not gonna edit. I'm not going to do anything really. I'm gonna try and keep it under 15 minutes for each post. I don't know that all of them will be this intoxicated, but maybe. Who knows? I really like, fuck, what's his name? I don't know, but this guy makes these videos and they're hilarious, and he basically gets drunk and tells you how to kind of like fuck up your own life. And he's like this chubby dude with glasses, and he's hilarious, and a really good friend of mine's turned me on to this guy. And if you haven't seen his videos, you should look for like Drunk Thanksgiving or something like that. I can't fucking remember because I'm not sober. But if I find it, I'll link it in this video. I'm sure I'll find it. But 15-minute cutoff time seems appropriate, and we'll see where this whole thing goes. Try to post every couple days. Open to hearing all perspectives. It's super impossible to offend me unless I like love and respect you. And on a global level, I love and respect everyone, but on a personal level, like, you gotta earn that shit, you know? So, we'll see where this whole thing goes. And with that, I'm out. Oh, I'm Tone, by the way. Tone. Antonia. Tone for short. And I'll talk to you guys soon.